Arrow.
Sorry, we're like the only place that's open, so it's gonna be. Oh crap! Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta charge myself. I accidentally removed an order.
Oh no.
It happens. It just means we didn't get paid, so I gotta pay it. Oh no. I have to pay all this money. Alright. What can I get you today?
Could I get 2 combos, Chef's Choice on those?
Okay, 2 combos, Chef's Choice. Got it. Please swipe. Alrighty. There you go. Enjoy.
Alright, thanks bunch.
Thanks.
Well, that was one suspect for the person who called Tad. That I, Finn, have. Tad, I don't think has heard Kenneth speak. And it's been a long time since I have. That was definitely Kenneth Jesperson. That was Mr. Smiley. Barry Island is opening. Want a summer vacation? Visit us on the today 4 p.m. Eastern. Meet at the pier west of Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness. Yeah, no. Dumbass.
Hello.
Hey, Sonny. I didn't think you were gonna pick up for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying bye to someone who was driving off, so I was, I left you hanging for a bit.
Well, that's all right. I'm just towing. How's your day going?
Pretty good, pretty good. I
Well,
am
that's good.
in a car with someone right now, though. But
All right. Don't be a phone guy.
Oh,
You can give me
yeah,
a call
I'll-
back. I was just calling because
I
I'm
will.
bored. All
okay.
right.
Yeah. I'll let you know if I get up to something. It's
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds good. All
I'll
right.
let
Have
you
a
know.
good one.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi. What you up to?
Delivering a car to the tow lot in the city. So I'm in
Okay.
the city. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just calling because I don't know. There's some sort of car parts dealing going on, and I'm not sure. I mean, we're definitely not like doing anything. It's more
Oh.
like moseying around. But we're at the apartments right now. I
Oh.
don't know if we're gonna be for how long.
Well, yeah.
I have no plans.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. I was gonna try to get that guy who called from an unknown number, and then we had a conversation, trying to get him to talk to me. But the only thing I have for that is twatter, so I just twatted
Yeah.
the name he told me to.
I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw it, but I don't know if he saw it. That's the
Yeah. Maybe not.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good point.
So let's see.
Huh.
It's a
We'll see.
black car. It was broken down. I'm just doing the paperwork for impounding right
Oh,
now.
okay. Yeah.
And it almost, my cursed truck almost ate it, and got about 1,500 for that one. That's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you want me to come join you, or you just want to talk until you're done there?
You know, I don't want to tell you to come here because we might be gone in a second. I don't know.
Oh well. I am done
Okay.
towing for now. So
Okay. All right. Apparently we're going somewhere, but okay.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting picked up. I'm getting put down.
All right.
All right.
Sounds like an exciting
Okay.
time.
All right. Oh, wait. Swapping cars?
Well,
Okay, so I get out now. Okay.
you're in a police
All right, I
chase?
can't-
That's what swapping cars is.
yeah. Car swap. Yeah, BTB. Okay, Oh, this bad boy. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let me call you
Bad
back.
boy. All right.
All right. Okay,
All
bye.
right, bye.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The glowy armbands. That's. I like it.
Yeah,
That's fun.
and
And the
is
shirt
like
is great,
bisexual
great,
pride
yeah.
shirt, sort of.
Uh huh.
You know, it's the right colors.
Yeah.
And then I got the
okay.
yellow
Hey, how's it
the
going?
yellow sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah.
Doing alright, doing alright.
Hey, Tad.
Hello.
We met Diego.
Yeah, I've met Diego
yeah,
a few
you have
times
a
now.
bunch of times, yeah.
Sick
Mhm,
bike
mhm, mhm.
riding, bros.
Oh my God! Yes, you were
Yeah.
there. I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, just want to make sure, you know.
Yeah, where
Yep.
we never really actually got to ride bikes.
yeah, we didn't. Oh,
We
God.
got to ride
Just-
bikes to go get prepared to ride bikes.
We got it. Yep.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember
and
that?
you know what we did after you went bye.
Yeah.
We also all went bye-bye.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Well, yeah. I
Well-
mean, we went to the hospital, I think, and then we went
It was
somewhere
a great day
to
of
go
going
to.
back and forth to
Yes.
take people to the hospital
Yes.
and to the apartment to get
Yes.
bikes.
Yes.
And then back and forth.
All right.
And
that
then-
rotation.
And then we actually managed to go to
Slimmo.
the skate ramp, and then we biked there for a little bit, which was,
All right. Did you get any air?
yeah. And then
Alright.
Raul scraped his knee and had to go to the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry your knee got hurted.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay.
Uh-huh.
It
Yeah.
happens.
Mm-hmm. No dogs at the... Well, actually, I take that back. I was about to say no dogs at the dog park, but I take that back.
Ruff, ruff.
Oh, see?
See, I hear one.
Yeah, because I'm.
Mm.
Hold on. No.
What?
How can I say
Mm.
this?
Say it. Just say it.
You know, sometimes I feel like, you know, you're my dog, you know?
Ha. There we go. Okay. I mean, that's better than,
Alright.
you know,
What
whatever
you
the
coulda
fuck-
said.
Dog, same thing.
yeah.
Isn't dog and dog the same thing?
Yeah.
Like,
Dog?
Kind- yeah.
Like dog?
Dog.
Yeah, kind of. Dog.
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 Yeah, dog.
Dog.
Right.
Dog.
Dog. I
Can I pet
don't know.
that dog?
Oh,
I wanna
yeah.
pet that dog.
What the
I
dog
mean, same
doing?
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful petting dogs.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that can go
doggies.
bad.
Yeah.
Doggos, yeah. Mm-hmm. See, there he
Yeah.
goes again. He didn't
Gotta
understand
think
what
about
I
it
was...
like you're actually petting the dog already.
Uh-huh.
Instead
Yeah.
of just,
Yeah.
swinging on him. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, is he gonna do the thing again? You're gonna make things
What? What? No.
explode?
What?
Okay.
I never done such a thing before.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You definitely didn't do it before. No.
Yeah.
They got nothing
Mhm.
bad happened here.
Nope.
Raul's a good boy. Good
He's a good boy.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. That's me.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Wow.
You know what? You know what I did yesterday?
Pretty much
Exactly
the same
that.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
Why would you do that to me?
I felt I had to defend myself.
You're gonna get
Counter
in lots of
tackle.
trouble.
Yeah.
He's gonna fall and break something. And he's
Yeah,
gonna be like, help,
yep.
help, help, help.
Yes, he is. Or he's gonna be in the void again. No, he's back. Okay. Okay.
I'm disappointed that creepy Jonathan with the nice voice didn't call me back.
Oh, he's got a nice voice.
It's kind of he puts it
Kinda.
on and it's a little bit British but like a little bit
Oh.
like the super posh British, and then but it's only like a little, and then it's deep. But I can tell he's
Deep.
doing something with his voice.
Right.
Because he obviously doesn't want me to know what he's doing, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Is that fucking Raul?
What I don't know what you're talking about. Raul's a good boy.
I don't. Oh, I didn't. Did it explode?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it.
I
Nah,
didn't see it,
couldn't
but I
have been-
definitely heard it.
Yeah, I did not hear it.
I just don't want to get in trouble because I'm like clocked in right now,
Mm-hmm. Nah, you
Oh.
won't. You won't. You won't.
Don't
You know,
worry
if
about
he
it.
does something-
Raul's a good boy. He didn't do anything.
Like, remember when we were wizards, and then that one guy gave that
Oh,
guy
yeah.
the other thing, and then you were
Yes.
like, "Oh, maybe not," because I work here.
Well, no, I
too.
mean, it's also because it was a justice.
Well, yeah, but also 'cause
Yeah,
you work
also that. Yeah. No, I mean, I get that. But it's like... Mm,
Where do you buy the flags, Sonny?
oh, you just have it, you know?
Oh, you just have. I see. I
Yeah,
just
you
have
have it. If you think about, pride 2 times, but like don't be emotional about it and just give yourself some space
That's
in
so
between
good.
thinking about pride
Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That'll be fine. Oh, that's... I wonder whose this is. Here
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a
I
bunch
thought
of them,
about
you
it.
know.
Yeah. This one works.
Gay.
All right. Yeah.
Wait,
See,
we
this
should go there.
the one I'm using works because I am a lot of things. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't have all of the things on it, but it kind of encompasses all the things. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh.
They're going for a swim.
Yep. Like the golden retrievers they are.
I didn't even notice Ethan was here.
Oh yeah, no, he was
Yeah.
sitting at the... Yeah, just looking
Yeah.
at his phone for a little bit. Yep.
I see.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely becoming like a dog parent. Because I'm like, okay, what are they doing? Are
They're
they-
too quiet. Something's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Something's wrong. Like, are they chewing on something they shouldn't?
Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Raul's waving.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this outfit isn't very stealthy.
No. Yeah, well, that is a good point. If you're
Ma-
trying to
Make some
face-
people's jobs easier, I guess.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
How much do you know about that guy that Ursula hangs out with?
I don't know which guy.
He's
Who-
always wearing
Kenneth?
black. He's what?
Kenneth?
I don't. Well, I guess I don't know what his name is. He's got the scar on his face. He's always wearing black.
Yeah, I think his name's Kenneth.
Kenneth? I don't know anything. Maybe Diego.
so.
Diego knows more. I think.
Oh.
I've only met him like twice.
I don't
'Cause
think
he
I've
was-
ever.
He
met
was
him.
leaning on the counter, and he sure stood up and walked forward a couple steps when I showed up.
Oh.
And I've never met him.
I mean, okay. Okay. So
I'm
yeah.
just,
I mean,
I'm just
Ursula-
paranoid. I'm
yeah,
just
but
paranoid.
I mean that. Yeah. I think that's fair. Also, Ursula is with the clowns, I guess. So, you know, it's not a.
Is she?
It's not far. I think so.
I mean, I've seen her in a clown mask, but
Yeah, same.
they're
yeah,
the
I don't
two
know
groups.
the
So
logistics
which
of it.
group? Which group?
I don't know. Who
Yeah,
know-
that's the
does
thing.
some- I
I've
think.
never seen her
Yeah.
with
Yeah. I only see her at work,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I don't know.
Maybe she is. Who knows?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I do not think that Kenneth dude is. So
Dude, there's a crazy
Yeah.
view over there. Is that balcony over there?
Oh.
It's insane.
Show.
Actually. Come, come.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
well,
Okay. Does your body hurt? Oh. Dumbasses.
well.
Okay, look left, look right, and then we go. Okay. Go.
Ugh.
Oh. Stop falling over. Just stop it. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. Excuse me, miss, can I just squeeze through here?
Okay, hear me out.
Ugh.
You see that shit? Tell me you saw that shit.
I was not here for this. I was not here for this, but hear me out.
Well,
Oh, right,
I
yeah, I
was
don't...
not here for it.
What?
I was not here for this.
yeah.
Well, I think,
Ethan?
probably need a car.
Grab one of these.
Well,
I need to get out of here. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
oh, are
Oh
you,
my God! Ah,
okay, you
hello!
okay?
I'm good. That was just a crazy place to fall into. Ow! Ow! Where did Diego go?
I don't know.
He probably like just dipped hard when. I know, I saw. Yeah, I saw.
Ethan,
Saw
what
them
to
do it.
with
I
all
watched
those
them with my
bottles?
own two eyes.
I didn't see anything.
Nothing. Are you,
You don't think
bleeding?
that maybe the you don't think
Yeah,
that maybe the
okay.
people
Oh yeah,
who
do you
s-
need a tourniquet?
Here, I got him.
you don't think that,
Oh,
that maybe the
thank you.
people who steals those are have a camera watching you guys take it?
Nah.
I think so. You know more
Well,
than
I mean, if they
confession
do,
about
I guess we'll find out.
If they do, I think they're smarter than most of the criminals in this city. So,
Yeah. Oh, also, I'm gonna say no because they didn't even come back when it was ready.
it. Yeah.
you all right?
Yeah, I'm just watching the night sky.
I see.
Yeah. I thought about just laying on the bed of the car, but you know, why go through the hassle? You can just be over here. So you think that
This
Kenny
just
guy
feels
has?
right with this,
Yeah,
with this outfit,
yeah.
you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got flexible
don't-
toes.
I don't know. I've just kind of been paying attention to how people
Mm-hmm.
react when I speak.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
How
hi.
you doing, Ethan?
Ah.
Hmm.
And I don't know. It could have just been like maybe he felt like he was in the way, leaning against the counter. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be as well. Yeah,
But
they're many options.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just felt odd. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. What was his name? What did Diego
Kenneth?
say? Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Wait,
Okay.
what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Ursula's friend.
Oh, the one that he always at the shop with her sometimes.
Yeah, he wears black.
Apparently,
he has a
yeah.
big scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know him?
Oh no, but I've seen him so many times.
Okay, I've never seen or heard of this guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think they're good friends with Ursula.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen you and Ursula at the stall at the same time, Signy.
Oh, are we even the same person? Ooh,
You may be the same person.
yeah. No, I mean I rarely, like when she's around,
Yeah.
I kind of give her space to work on her own. She's got her own systems.
She's
and,
great. I don't know.
Mhm.
She's so fast.
Mhm.
I don't know. She made a mistake today. Well, I was standing there, and then she paid for her mistake. So, you know,
Yeah.
I guess she deleted something she shouldn't have, or something.
Oh yeah, it's probably the orders.
You know what
that
I like
happens.
about her? How she
Tell me.
handles situations.
Yeah.
That's what I told her. You're my life model from now on.
Mhm. Can I tell you something?
Mhm.
I don't always like how she handles situations. But I understand why why she's a bit abrasive sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's all good. It's mainly I get like sensory overload with her sometimes. Ah, ow!
Have you ever seen that TV
Did
show
you have to
Daria?
plant your ass on my face? Like,
Happy
ow!
Pride.
Well, happy pride indeed.
Woo!
Woohoo! That one, yeah. So wait, what were you saying? Someone
Have
was
you
saying
ever
something?
seen that TV show, the cartoon Daria?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
She reminds me of Daria.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I
That is
think
pretty
I've never seen that.
spot on.
It kind of
Uh-oh.
makes me want to
Only.
do like the Beavis or the Butthead.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I mean, I had a situation with her where I got like real frustrated,
Yeah.
but I kind of recognized afterwards like what
What's
the issue was.
It was just a difference in the way you do things, or
No, it was mainly because I felt like I got like there was a situation, some people were being assholes, and I was like, okay, I am the person at the till talking to them, and then I just got yelled over.
Actually, Robo, can you
And
take
I
me
did
back to my car?
stuff.
so little rollover there.
Yeah, a little bit of a. I don't feel like just
Bye, guys.
yelling out. Oh my god.
Pussy.
Well,
Bye. No. But yeah, it was not a big deal. I told her as well. Like I don't. Mhm. Oh my god. Hold on.
hello.
Hello, Thaddeus.
Well, hey, is this Jonathan? Or,
I'm whatever name you want me to be.
well, wasn't that the name we agreed on before?
Perhaps.
Yeah. What's going on?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay, man. How are you doing today?
I'm hanging in there.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
No. Why? What's going on?
It's just a simple question.
What have you been up to, man?
I suppose I've been evaluating a lot of things in my life and trying to figure out what the next best option should be.
Oh yeah. What options are you trying to choose between? Maybe I can help out.
Well, a lot of the options require a lot of agreements to be made with certain individuals and
Like the guy at the at the
Outcomes.
lighthouse or whatever.
not quite.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Other-
something somewhat similar, but maybe a little less, insane.
All right. That's insane. That's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm trying to decide something here, Thaddeus, because since our last conversation, things have changed.
oh no. What happened, man?
As I said, options, opportunities.
Opportunity.
Things have come into play, which were not in play during our last call.
Oh. I'm getting the feeling this may have something to do with me, man.
What would make you think that?
Well, otherwise, why does it matter if things were in play then that aren't now, or that were?
What do you
aren't
want
in
out
play?
of the city? I want to know what you want out of the city. I'm
What
just
do I want out of the
curious.
city? Didn't we talk about this last time, man?
Yes, we did, but this
Yeah.
time I actually might.
Well,
Let's just
I'm
say I
making-
actually might be able to help you achieve the thing you want.
All right. Well, I'm making friends. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life that maybe isn't what I wanted to do when I was 15, but like, sure, I'll learn to sing. Figure that out while I'm
Learn to
figuring out
sing.
what I want, man.
But are you searching for friends? That's. I'm just curious to know. Are you searching for a base of friends that match you in ways that perhaps other people
Oh, sorry.
cannot?
Sorry.
Well, I have found a few good friends. I wouldn't say I'm currently a part of a group, no, but I have friends. Is that what you're asking me? I don't particularly care to be a
There
part of like a
are-
gang, man.
No gang. But
Alright.
Okay, you can go and get on your
I'm saying that there are irons in the fire, and I understand that so far our relationship has been fairly vague, to say
Aw.
the very least.
Yeah, a little bit one-sided here, man.
That's real nice.
But perhaps there could be something for you. But I have to.
Evaluate the
check.
options.
Yes, I have to evaluate the options, and I have to check in on certain variables before that can proceed. However, in the interim, you cannot make twats saying the name Jonathan or make any references to phone calls that you are receiving. Yes? If you want to
So-
see what happens at the end of this particular rainbow,
Are you
and maybe
threatening
you're
me?
not. Maybe you don't want to see what's at the end of this rainbow. But assuming you do,
Did I get you in trouble, man?
No.
Because I was talking, I told someone that I did not want calls where the caller was unknown and people hung up. Did that get you in trouble?
Why do you say that?
Well, because I can only think of one reason you contacted me in the first place, man.
Tell me why you think that, and I will give you an answer. As straight-laced as I can.
Tell me, you want to know the reason you contacted me? That I think you contacted me, or do you want to know
I
why
want to
I
know the
think
reason
there's
why
a-
you think I contacted you.
Because I thought I was getting a little too close to someone. And she thought I was getting a little too closer.
Are you?
Well, it's hard to say, isn't it? She won't talk to me, so I don't know how close we are. I don't know.
I would say nip that in the bud. But not
You would
because of any reason other than the fact that that only will lead to ruin. Because
Let's just say
she leads everyone to ruin.
Let's just say I nipped that in the bud, and then I started getting unknown calls from people who weren't saying anything. And she's not the only person in the world who has trauma from being stalked.
Well, guess you haven't exactly lived in the city of Los Santos if you haven't been stalked at least once.
Yeah, well, I wasn't stalked in Los Santos. I was stalked elsewhere, but I've only been here for a little bit. Well, I guess now I'm getting stalked here, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because it's people trying to keep her safe. And I don't want her to get hurt. And even though I know I'm not going to hurt her, I kind of don't mind the fact that people are watching me to keep her safe.
Let's
You know
just
what I
say
mean?
that my interest in you is not because of that.
Okay. Then what's your interest in me?
Though I was aware of that.
Alright.
Like I said, though, I can't really go too far until I can figure out exactly what the next move is, and again, make conversation with. Like I said, there's a lot of irons in the fire, and I'm trying to evaluate, and I can't guarantee anything. But all I'm asking in return for the potentiality of a further relationship is if you remain quiet on this particular subject.
Sure.
You do
I
not
won't say
ask for
anything
Jonathan on Twitter.
Alright. What if I meet a different
will
Jonathan?
Contact you. If you meet a different Jonathan, then I suppose that's a different story. But you could just say,
I'll add him, maybe.
John or Jonathan Smith or whatever that guy's name is.
Alright.
All I'm saying is that I find certain individuals interesting. And at this juncture, I find you interesting. So I'm going to see what we can do to put you to good use, yes?
Yeah, sure.
It's not a gang thing.
Alright.
If it were, then I would shut that shit down very quickly. All right.
What shit? Like that? Which shit?
Well,
is
gang
it?
shit, because I hate
the
gang
gang
shit too.
Yeah, the gangs are kind of... Yeah.
Gang shit is not my style either.
Alright. Well, that's good.
But that doesn't mean that there can't be a camaraderie. You know, there are groups of people in the city who aren't gangs, who are, for all intents and purposes, meet the definition of a quote-unquote gang, but aren't actually gangs.
Yeah.
For the sake of clarity.
For the sake of clarity.
Anyway, I'm gonna go look into what I need to do, and I will contact you again in the future, yes?
Alright. No more twads?
No more thoughts. For now.
Alright.
All right. We will speak again
All
soon.
right. Bye.
Have a good one.
You too.
Did you send the picture to?
Yeah, I said it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I told Diego about it, right? Like doing racing and doing like some, some sort of activities that I don't know if they're good for New Epsilon,
Yeah.
And I mean, I told him these things as a friend, and I was, what do you think I should do? And he was, I don't think you should do it, but if they don't get you, like, then it's fine. And then after a little bit, he said, "Oh, Eliza is coming here. I told her everything."
Yeah.
And I was all right. She was not happy about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was damn.
Well, at one point, EJ wasn't going to talk to Diego anymore because of that kind of stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
That,
I mean, he's
try
done
to
it.
keep stuff away,
Yeah.
but sometimes you know, like it's my friend. I don't want to like keep secrets.
Yeah, of
from him,
course,
you
of
know?
course. Yeah, yeah. It's not. I don't feel like it's on you. You know, he does that.
But damn, holy shit, he likes to speak a lot.
Oh my God, yes. But yeah, I think you gotta evaluate what, like, how much do you really want the different things that, you know, are pulling you towards
Yeah.
them right now.
You know, I'm scared. Like, if I start to do something like, not racing, because racing it should be okay, but something a little bit more,
Yeah.
like low stuff, low tier stuff. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it can get in conflict with all I built in New Epsilon right now.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like racing with, you know, like some other's car. Right, Ethan?
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. Like, yeah, I wonder if it's probably not a thing where you can have your cake and eat it too.
Yep.
I know.
So,
Because, okay, they're making Epsilon more open to those stuff, you know? Because they want Wilco to be part of it.
right, okay, and
And, you
I
know,
think that's
he did
a
some
little
terrible
funny.
things.
That is a little funny.
Yeah, I know.
It is a little funny.
I know. That's what I thought.
Bending the rules for one guy? Interesting.
But when I said the first time, it was nope, or this or no Epsilon.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And, you know, I made my decision and I was right. And I'm gonna do it. And I'm fucking clean from like, probably 2 months and a half now. I don't know.
Yep. I mean, well, I know you put a lot of effort into it, and that you really want it. So I don't want to say.
You know what I feel
Too
like? I'm
much.
missing out on everything. Like I'm holding myself back. Only for New Epsilon, you know?
Yeah, you think about that. I mean, it might be completely worth it, but it also might not be.
Yeah, I know. Because I mean, alright, I can still be a volunteer even if I do bad stuff, you know?
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you something. What is it that makes you want to be a member of New Epsilon?
The whole, you know, like turning into a new leaf kind of thing. But now I feel like I'm falling back a little bit.
Okay. You need.
And I want that, you know?
You want that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I miss it.
Oh, so you want that, the old rush of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty obvious.
I'm searching for it every single day. I'll be totally honest with you.
Oh yeah, yeah, I have noticed. Yes. Yeah.
What made you want to give it up? don't break a lot of rules. Driving, I break a lot of driving rules, but
I mean, I don't like to break like a lot of rules, but you know, like,
but
I just miss that thrill, you know.
like the mischievous thrills versus the harder crime, like the murder and the. I think there's
I'm
a
not gonna
big
kill
difference.
people, you know, like,
Yeah, there's a big difference between those.
yeah.
I think you have to determine if the feeling of being a good boy for New Epsilon trumps the feeling of, adrenaline you get.
Yep.
But that's your decision to make.
But I think that's an excellent question. Like, what made you want to turn that new leaf and leave
Was it just getting in trouble
all
too
behind?
much?
I mean, no, I didn't care like getting in trouble too much, but it's
Or
more,
were
it's more
there
of a, like
people?
a moral thing, you know. Like I knew it was bad, you know. Like I've done some terrible things in the past.
Who hasn't here?
No.
You know?
Yeah. Ted, you know, I mean, we're close enough. I'm probably gonna tell you anyway. I didn't get it, but they almost got me. I almost got a terrorism charge.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an accident, but I, quote unquote, almost blew up the whole hospital.
Oh, so it was a terrorism charge
the
because of where you did it. Because I was thinking, like, I don't know if you can do terrorism without meaning to. But I guess if it's the right building, they'll just consider it terrorism anyway.
Well, you know, yeah. You know, when you hang out with people that like scream at the police that they have a bomb in their suitcase, then yeah,
Yeah.
But
kind of goes down that way.
but there's a lot of space in between being a terrorist and a murderer or whatever, and just being squeaky clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And truthfully,
I mean,
Like-
I just tune it down. You know, I'm not following like street rules and stuff like that. You know,
yeah.
like signs
Oh yeah,
and
you're not.
stop signs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I have to drift in front of a police
Helmets.
car, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what are they gonna do? Like, give me a ticket.
Raul,
Yeah.
do you want to become a member of New Epsilon?
I mean, that was the point.
Mm-hmm.
But now I
Um,
don't even know why though.
Have
Well,
your
that's
goals
kind of what I'm
changed?
asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the question thought I have,
Yeah.
what was the last like how often do you do like big things with New Epsilon?
I mean, one is gonna be like not tomorrow, the day after, like yeah, the day after tomorrow, Wednesday.
That's your event, right?
Yeah, that's my event.
Mm-hmm.
What like let's say in the past 3 weeks, month, 2 weeks,
Oh,
how many like
oh,
times have you volunteered to do
a
stuff?
lot.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean he does do it like a couple times a
I-
week almost.
I don't think I missed one event.
Yeah.
Oh, only one maybe because it was late.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe okay, yeah, never mind then. I didn't
But-
realize they were doing that much.
Yeah, no, they do, but okay, so my I feel like okay. Honesty here. Fuck, I don't actually want to do it because I don't want to sway your
Here.
thinking.
No. You won't. You say
I'll
whatever you think.
I'll throw my thought. I think
yeah,
you look
you say
at
it.
I think there's two things. I think you might look at New Epsilon like a friend group, more than like. You don't necessarily look at them like for like a turn a new leaf, but yeah, I mean, you can do lots of good things for people around the city with or without New Epsilon, and you can be in the gray area and still do a lot of amazing things for people.
Yeah.
And also there's an individual that's captured a lot of hearts and minds. And that may have had some play into why maybe not, but may have some play into your engagement with New Epsilon.
I am gonna.
Everything you say is right.
I am gonna give you some advice, and it's not gonna sway you either way. The advice is this: until you figure out what you want to do, you may as well keep on doing what would get you into New Epsilon. Once you decide what you want to do, then you make that change. Either you keep doing what you're already doing, or you change. It's kind of what I'm doing with that whole country singing thing. I'll learn to sing. I don't know if I still want to do that, but at least if I don't change my mind and I decide I do want to do that, I won't have wasted time not doing it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has to be your decision, man.
Yeah,
100%.
And hard.
Yeah, I think to tag on to what Dad was just saying, if you don't have to pick today. You don't have to pick tomorrow. I told Catherine she's been thinking about leaving the DOC. And I literally told her the same thing. It's like, if you want to leave, great, but if you're not sure, it's okay to not be sure.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe a new opportunity will be presented to you tomorrow, and it'll trump both those. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know.
I feel like whatever fulfillment you're looking for, different things will provide you that fulfillment, and you just gotta kind of figure out what you like, how big the itch is to do certain things versus other things.
I've been holding every single day for the past like 2 months.
Yeah, I know. You know,
when we go in Legion Square, I kind of like tease a little bit, you know?
I know. I've been on the back of your bike. I know.
But then I realize, what am I doing? Even, if they pull me over, I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing something wrong. And then I just pull over instead of like keep going,
Well, I tell you what, buddy, I don't do anything wrong, and I still get all 10s going by Legion Square, so. Or at least I don't do anything wrong that anyone's caught me doing. I don't even have a profile.
I mean, I only have a couple of things on my profile. It's like 2 tickets of like first degree speeding and 1 like parking ticket. That's it. I've never been this clean.
I mean, I've done a lot of legal stuff. I don't like particularly love to do it, but if friends want to do it, I'll help them out.
Yeah.
And I don't really worry too much about the cop. I mean, I don't want to go to jail, but if I did, I mean, it'd be okay. Yeah. I'm just kind of doing me,
Yeah, I mean, I got asked this question a lot by certain people, like, and like about doing crime,
Mhm.
And I think for me, the response was very simple. Like, I'm not opposed, but I don't really have a reason to. There are certain things that I enjoy doing, and I don't like. I don't have too many aspirations right now to rob a bank or anything like that. I don't
Oh,
care if people do that,
yeah.
but it's not that, I feel like
But see, this is
if people do street racing, if they do
Mhm.
car boosting, if they like, I don't really care. Uh, I don't think
I
it makes them bad people by
yeah,
any
cause like
means.
I won't go that far. You know, like I never like got an ostrich in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I just raced and boost. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what kind of adrenaline you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like to go fast. And
Yeah.
if I have somebody chasing me, well, that's
And
better.
then go faster. Yeah.
I mean, they know your name at the hospital, so that's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess my point is I don't think you like even if you did like I'm not telling you to go do crime. Uh you do whatever feels best for you, but I don't think anybody would think okay, let me take that back. I don't think anyone in this circle would think any less of you. Like that you would be a less of a good man.
Can I be honest with you?
Mhm.
You said today, right? When we were on the island,
What was
and
that?
we had. Did you remember today when we were at the Berry Island,
Uh-huh.
and we reached there and we saw Rob and like somebody else
Oh
there?
yeah.
I had to leave the boat because my first
Mhm.
instinct was like, I was just pointing a gun at him. I would have left him
Mhm.
in the fucking boat. I would have said something to him, and I would have ocean dumped him.
Mhm. But did you do it?
No.
Yeah, because you got impulse control. I mean, I had
Hey,
many awful thoughts, did
better than
not act on any of them.
75% of the people in this town.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's it, it's not the thoughts that you have, it's like how you actually act.
Yeah, this might not this might not make either of you happy, but I actually had like an okay conversation with Rob.
Okay.
I don't know if I can be that strong. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I mean, here's how I look at it. I don't think he's a good person. I don't want to hang out with him or nothing. I, I mean, I would even argue he's probably a bad person to shoot
You
and
know,
hurt everybody.
at the end of the day,
Mhm.
I was more
Mhm.
pissed off like that he like stabbed and shot you than the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean
Mhm.
that's my problem with him. I'm sure he had a reason. I mean, he's not like you know, if it's a gang member, sometimes they have reasons, but it's a very serial event. I mean, Rob's not like out there shooting up everybody, right? So like, there's something
Mhm.
behind that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, I don't. He's like, if you ever want to talk and like talk out your like, hear my side of the story and stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna go that far, but I'm not gonna be afraid of him or run from him or heck, even really think about him.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I
Every time I see his face, I just want to shoot him in the head.
Yeah, I think everybody approaches things different. I don't think you
Mhm.
should shoot him, but I can certainly understand that feeling, or rather, why you would have that feeling.
Yeah. I mean, yes, he served his time, but I still feel like he's a fucking scumbag and doesn't, you know, deserve anybody's forgiveness or time. Like I mean, everybody will have a different perspective on that. But to me, that like what he did was unforgivable, whatever reason he had, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, like maybe it's just that I'm stubborn. I don't care to get over it because I don't feel like he deserves that.
Anyone else hear the dog going absolutely nuts?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Nope.
Nope.
Wait,
Stop. I just had to say something.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
before I go to bed, can I show you that? I don't know. I mean, maybe tomorrow. Never mind. I don't have my bike.
I think Sonny says them earlier.
Hmm?
Uh, sorry, I have voices in my head.
Oh, okay.
I think Sonny says them earlier. I want to kind of pick back up on.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said that the people here in the circle probably wouldn't think less of you if you were a criminal. I think one of my biggest problems in New Epsilon is just not that it's not just that they don't want criminals or whatever in their organization. It's that I think they would think less of you
Yes.
if you did criminal stuff.
Yep.
Which is really fricked up considering the criminal. I mean, Diego was part of a gang, right? I think
You
Ashton
did
did
way
some.
worse stuff than
Mm-hmm.
me.
Ashton shot
After
me.
shot you, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Eliza was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that stuff's okay, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I don't know. I think that's why I don't like New Epsilon. I think it's a.
A little too righteous.
Yeah, I mean it's
Holier
It's a-
than thou. Sort of.
it's a gang with just a different tag on it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I chose to say nobody in this circle would, because I think what you're actually fearing is the reality of, Diego and Eliza. Well, I guess EJ as well, but she's not on the board, so that's whatever. But yeah.
Well, and I think that kind of your thoughts on today exemplify that, right? You wanted to be able to talk to Diego as a friend. You want to be able to tell him something that you'd hope would stay between him and you.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened.
It happens many fucking times.
Yep. And that's something to think about whether you stay with them or not. Is are you looking for friendship through that group, or are you looking for something else?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's kind of my thing as well. Okay, sorry. I'm having a hard time kind of expressing all my thoughts on this because, again, I don't want to like, I want you to be able to make your own decisions, and I know that you're someone who listens and hears what other people say and take that heavily into consideration. So
Yeah.
it's a little tricky, but like my question, and this is something that you can probably tell me, what do you feel like they would offer you? What is it that you're looking for? Exactly like Ethan's saying. What are you looking for in
That's a hard question. Because nowadays, I don't even know anymore.
So it was something else, before.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's nothing like crazy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was just probably like, I don't know. Diego from way before Christmas. He told me like to join NoPixel and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
and then like I wasn't waking up as much as often, and I kind of like I was just thinking about it, And then I was okay, you know what? I'll give it a try, and I met new people. I met you guys, like, and I was it's this is nice. And plus, they're helping people, and maybe I can be better than just a criminal. I can help people instead of like I don't know.
There
I don't
are
know,
criminals who help
synthesis.
people.
I mean that's true, but I don't know.
I don't. It just, to me, it seems like you were looking for companionship, and you found
Belonging?
it, and now you no longer need New Epsilon for that. You don't need New Epsilon to be moral. You don't need New Epsilon to help people. So you just have to decide if you want to continue
I have a
with
hard
them.
time leading stuff.
Well, maybe that's what they're good for. They'll help you organize things and lead.
Yeah.
I mean,
once I start something, I need like I
yeah.
need to go till
A
the
little
end.
guiding hand.
Well, I
Mhm.
understand that you don't like to drop things that you like you put yourself on this path, but you just have to reevaluate. Okay, and actually, if you I don't know how it works with leaving, but you could probably just leave at any point, even if you become a member. So,
Yeah.
you could do that, and maybe they do offer you something that you know, um, that you really need in your life that you can't find elsewhere. And the other stuff that you're kind of feeling the itch for, it doesn't really matter anymore because you find that fulfillment through New Epsilon. But I mean, I also don't
You know what I
like.
feel like?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need to speak with Eliza about it because I always speak with Diego, and then Diego
Mm-hmm.
speaks with Eliza. So he's giving his POV. Like he's
Yeah, you're
Mm-hmm.
playing telephone.
yeah.
How
So
would you feel if New Epsilon just was no more tomorrow? Like they just split apart? Would you feel like you're missing something?
I guess so, a little bit.
Well, I'd say,
And all the events and stuff. I mean, it's nice.
yeah, hold on to that while you think about it. Don't forget what you like about them, just because other people are like, you don't need them. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
you need them, but I'm not you.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
It's more like it's not a need. It's more of like I like it.
Sense of belonging.
I guess.
Purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you something, and I don't know the answer. That's why I'm asking you. So you say you do like pretty much every New Epsilon event, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I imagine if you left, Diego would still talk to you. Because you guys have known each other
Yeah.
for a long time.
100%. Yeah.
Do you think Ashton would talk to you?
I guess so. Yeah.
Like, you think he would reach out and be like, you want to hang out?
Yeah.
Do you think Eliza would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you? Do you? Do you have that? Okay, this is just a genuine question because I don't know how close of a relationship you have with those guys, but that sounds. Yeah, maybe I didn't realize.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe.
I mean, you might. I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. I mean, that's valid if you feel like, yeah, you know
I mean,
better
I'm pretty
than
sure if I
I do.
ask, I'm pretty sure they.
Well, not if you ask.
Yeah, no,
no.
but would they
offer.
reach out to you? Yeah, that's the
Just like-
question.
Well,
Let's say you stop
maybe
working at
Eliza.
Taco
Yeah.
Suya.
Ashton, no. I don't think Ashton is gonna reach out.
What about Sunny?
No.
What about EJ?
I think so.
Well, yeah. I guess the reason I don't know. I think that's something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that means one thing or the other, but I think there's something worth considering, you know?
Yeah.
Let me catch that.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Oh, I sold the materials to JJ today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
Gave me like 9k material.
Mm-hmm. You know they're... Well, I mean, you do know that they're big into racing.
Where?
Or I think... Yeah. I mean, they have a mechanic shop. I
Yeah.
think that's what they... Like, they don't really do... I think they do, like, boosting and racing, I
Is that a
think.
racing crew?
Well, maybe they are a little... I don't know. Like, they are a gang, but...
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? I don't really know.
Because years ago I was trying to join Red Line,
Mm-hmm.
but then I don't know. I don't remember actually what happened, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tad, you had an interesting
Yeah.
phone call.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, so just kind of
Okay.
gonna leave it be. I might be being recruited, but
Oh.
it definitely originally had something to do with what I thought it had to do with,
Okay.
because he knew about that.
Right.
He was aware, and there's only one way for him to have been aware.
Yeah, you got told.
Yeah. So,
Huh.
I don't know what it is, but I was told not to make twats like I made today. So, I guess I won't,
Okay.
and I'll
Interesting.
wait and see what happens there.
Hmm.
Apparently, I had to look into some things. I don't
Okay.
know if those things are me or someone else, but
Okay. Huh.
yeah.
Oh, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's a phone guy.
I am not a phone guy.
Me neither.
It
Yeah.
was purely
now.
coincidental that the one time I get a phone call, I was in a group of people
Mhm.
today.
Hmm.
I guess I got a phone call from Signy earlier. Wait, did I?
That's
or I
true.
called you.
Yeah. Yeah, but I
I
think
called you.
Well, I actually texted you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the reason I brought that up, or the reason I asked that question, is because I think that's an important question to ask about people in your life, no matter where they are or who they are. Like, you should ask the same thing
Mhm.
about like your friends from the taco stand. Like,
Mhm.
would they, if you quit working at the taco stand, would people still be your friends? Because I
Yeah.
think that tells you a lot about like what friendship actually is.
Tiny.
Yeah, and
What was
like,
that?
You got tiny, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I mean, I
That's
think
it, probably.
the thing too is
And I hope Ursula.
yeah, I think the thing too is like you don't. Not every interaction or not every group that you hang out with needs to be a strong friendship or like
Mhm.
something super in depth. So that doesn't mean like it's bad necessarily.
Or not
If they
worth it.
wouldn't, yeah,
Mhm.
it's just something to think about.
Yeah.
And with
Yeah,
that,
It's
I'm gonna
in the
think.
effort. You know, it's about effort.
Yeah, I think
Mm,
consideration
reciprocal
is very
effort.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it is. Like if it's people you like and you like just being around them and doing the things that you do through New Epsilon. I mean, I feel like that's fine. That's completely valid, even if they might not, reach out to you if you weren't doing
You know,
those things with
sometimes
them.
I feel
It's
like I need
still
to say no so many times because I can't do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
what kind of stuff? What do you mean?
Like I don't know. The other day, like I was hanging out with Rusty and like
Right. Okay.
man and stuff like that. And they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're gonna do some boosting. Do you wanna come with us?" And I was no,
Mhm.
trying to like be clean
Mhm.
and like the whole League of Evil stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
they're no more now. They're the League of Ether, but you know, they asked me to do some stuff, and I couldn't.
So you're getting peer pressured, is what you're saying. I got
Nah,
peer
not
pressured
Raul.
the other day. Some
No, I'm not
guys
pressure.
some guys at the tool shop wanted me to smoke a cigarette, and I ran away from them. I said no, and then they're gonna like, we're only gonna ask you one more time, and so I ran into my car, and they may have just been saying that they were only gonna ask me one more time, and then they would stop, but
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Wait a second.
peer pressure. I got a text from my therapist.
Oh. Did they complete the thing?
I
The
don't-
scavenger.
I
Let's
think
choose
yeah.
another place. We need to go.
Please. What?
We need to go. We need to go. We need to go now.
Oh. Okay. Let's leave. Tad. Hello.
What's going on?
We think it's the moon people came for their moonshine, so we just have to skedaddle. Yeah. Yeah.
I get it.
We're back in the city though.
All right. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna text my therapist back.
Yeah,
and-
you do that, and I'll probably go to bed. In the meantime.
It's
So.
probably daylight for you.
Oh yeah. Look at that, almost. Yeah.
That's
20 more
daylight
minutes
for me
I
too,
think.
but on the other side. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah. It was nice seeing you, and you have a good rest of the night.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Bye.
Hey,
Hello.
how goes it?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Good. Wanna hop up here with me?
Well. I'll sit on the bench.
Okay.
You always change your position because of me. You don't have to do that.
I think it works better this way. I'd like to
Okay.
face you.
I see.
Alright. So, what made you call me up today?
Well, initially it was, it's been a while. There have been things that have happened, but I don't know. I don't feel super talky today, which,
No, you don't.
actually might make it easier to talk to me. So,
Alright. What do you feel comfortable talking about today?
well, could talk about several things. We could talk about, but when was the last time I saw you? On Wednesday?
Yeah, after, I think it was we were talking on the track by the casino.
Yeah.
No, we couldn't talk on the water treatment.
I didn't tell you about the unknown call number where somebody talked, right? Just
No, you did
just the
not.
ones where nobody talked. Okay. Well, there's that we could talk about. There
Okay.
is the scavenger hunt thing I did. Um, just kind of as a self-therapy, I guess. And what else has happened? Oh, and also I talked to Sneaky and Twinkles again.
Alright, well, let's start with the first thing, the unknown number call.
Alright. Well, I thought it was just going to be another hang-up call, you know? And, it wasn't. Someone was talking. They were obviously putting on a voice. It was slightly British. They had a hearty laugh. They wouldn't give me any information about themselves. They asked who I am, and I said, well, I think you know who I am, because I wasn't in the lemon list when they called. And he said something like, I don't know who you are, Thaddeus Donkersloot. Why don't you tell me? And I'm like, well, you just kind of proved that you know who I am, you know. We had an interesting conversation. It was one of the reasons I was at the lighthouse last night, because I've been thinking about the conversation since Thursday when it happened, and the only information he gave me about himself is that, well, he said there was a man at the lighthouse that people like to make deals with. And I said, what kind of deals? Like, you pay him $20, he gives you a boat ride? And he said, well, something like that, only you usually end up without a life. And I go, well, that doesn't seem like it's worth the $20. And then he said, I almost made a deal there. And I asked what his deal was for, and he said, well, I wanted to become a god. But he didn't go through with it. That's all I heard. That's all I found out about him that time. He asked me to name him, and I said, how about you give yourself a name that I'll call you? Doesn't have to be your real name. So he chose the name Jonathan. That call was in 3 parts, because he had to call back twice. He had to call back the first time because while I was talking to him, I thought I hit a coyote, and I freaked out, and I hung up, and I went to check, and I couldn't find the coyote, so it may have been a hallucination. And then the second time, he was the one who had to go, and he called back 20, 30 minutes later, something like that. And today he called again, and he called because of me, because I had twatted out Jonathan. He told me not to do that, and that things had changed slightly, and he had ideas of where I belong and what I could do. He kept asking me about, like, if I'd made a friend group yet, and I've made friends. I wouldn't say I'm part of their group. I'm like really good friends with Siney. I'm okay friends with Raul. They're part of the same group, but I kind of feel awkward around some of their other friends, you know? So I wouldn't say I'm in a friend group.
Reasonable.
And then I told him, you know, well, if you're talking about a gang, I don't really have any aspirations for that. And apparently he doesn't like gangs either, so there was that. But I get the feeling that this person is not the same person who was calling and hanging up. And I questioned him on it several times. I said, did you do this? And he would not admit to it, but he also gave more of an answer for that than a lot of the questions I asked, you know? Which was, made me believe it wasn't him. So I've got a lot of people watching me, it seems. But
Does that make you uncomfortable?
only if they don't let it be known that they're watching me. You know? I guess,
You've made a lot of people nervous in a short amount of time.
I have, but I feel like I intrigued this guy on the phone, and I don't know why. You know?
You intrigued?
Yeah, maybe it's the way I talk about myself. We had a talk briefly about masks.
Bro, we ain't
And,
got no vehicle.
I don't know.
I steal the small cycle.
But that's my
No.
motorcycle.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, I
So you
guess
said
that's what
something
you
about
get for
masks?
doing things in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about the masks people wear, and because of the voice he was putting on, I could tell it was not how he spoke naturally, you know. And I said it's kind of like my drawl, my accent. It's not natural. It feels natural now, but it's not. It's kind of a veneer of charm that I've worn my whole life. And I can take it off when I don't want to charm someone. So, we talked a bit about that. I tend to give people a lot more information than they ask for. It's kind of a way to overload them.
That's give and a take. Was
Well,
there anything else that stood out about the call?
I don't. It made me curious because it was a mystery, you know?
Are you
And,
going to pursue it further?
well, I told him he could call me back. He apparently has to make some arrangements, talk to some people, something, I don't know. I did ask him if he got in trouble for talking because the other calls from unknown numbers were silent. And I think I got a little there today. Because he seemed a little bit thrown by that question, you know? So, usually when people are thrown by questions, it's because they're not expecting the question to be so relevant. Otherwise, he probably would have just laughed it off and go, "What you mean? When did I get in trouble?" It just, I don't know. There seems to be a lot of focus on me.
Yeah.
I'm the one who asked to talk to Sneaking Twinkles because of that, the text I sent to Tessa.
What'd they say during your conversation?
Well, Twinkles just kind of spaced off. I don't think he was really listening. Sneaky asked a lot of questions. He wasn't falling for my overload with information tactic where you give a lot of information, you know, and you kind of hope people kind of forget what questions they have along the way, so then you don't have to fill in any gaps. Well, he kept asking questions like he was really actually paying attention, you know. So it kind of made me sad, if I'm telling the truth, because I feel like I would be friends with him, but I can't be. So,
You can't be?
well, not right now. He's protecting
Sometimes-
someone. I think they still think I'm a threat. I don't know. I reiterated I'm not a threat, but that I also don't know what I'm capable of. I'm trying to learn that about myself. And I'm perfectly fine with them watching me while I try to learn that about myself.
I will be honest, Snoopy has approached me about you.
Yeah. Well, Twinkles right out asked if you, like, straight up asked if you were my therapist, and I said yeah. And so I don't know. I haven't been. I was private about my life my whole life, you know. I kind of don't care now. So if you need to tell them things to help them feel like they're keeping Tessa safe, because I still don't think I'm going to do anything to her, then do that. And if I'm acting in a way where you're concerned I might actually hurt her, definitely tell them, you know? I'm not...
Okay.
I don't think that cops will do anything. Cops don't tend to do anything until someone's already hurt. And then
Yeah,
then
cops
it's...
are incompetent.
Even if someone's already hurt, the cops sometimes don't do anything. You know? Let's be real. But, I think Sneaky understands me a little bit better. I don't think Twinkles does, but Sneaky and I agreed that he would be the proxy. Like, if there's something I need to say to Tessa, and of course I have to determine if it's worth it, you know. But if there's something I need to say to her, I'll go to him first, and then he gets to determine whether or not he goes to her with it. And I think that's kind of a loophole. I'm still contacting someone with the intent for information to get to Tessa, but I'll have no way of knowing if it actually gets to her or not.
Yeah.
That's up to Sneaky. I'm only trusting him. Like, even if he were my friend, I don't know that I'd trust him with this, but it feels like he has good intentions. He's never once actually threatened me, you know? And
Yeah.
he's a sneaky, creepy guy. He could absolutely threaten me, and it'd be in his personality, you know? Like, oh. He did kind of... He made sure I knew what kind of guy he was when we were on the way to my car.
Yeah.
When he pulled the ruse that one time. I don't know. So, Sneaky's okay. You can talk to Sneaky. Maybe not the other clowns, but Sneaky, you know?
Okay.
And, I guess all that's left is scavenger hunt. I saw you once. I knew you were doing it.
Yeah, I had Ember help me because I do not know locations. I never would have been able to complete it if she wasn't there.
Well, that's kind of why I gave you permission to get help. You know, it's
Yeah.
I made sure to title each page in a way that, unless you actually put it in a notebook, you may not know what's going on there.
Yeah. I haven't fully gone over them yet. Well,
we can if you
yesterday
want.
was yesterday
You're
was
not
a lot.
coughing anymore.
Yep, I am plague free.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Who is the confidant?
That's Tessa.
Ah. What's the note that says T, I'm sorry, T?
That was, I left that there probably the day after she told me to give her space. I wrote this huge long letter to her that I was just going to leave in. That was our first drop spot. The second one was where I left the confidant note over by Zancudo. I deleted most of the letter, and I only left the information that was really relevant, which is I'm sorry, you know. And I put it there. I was like, well, eventually someone will pick it up, or it'll turn into trash, or whatever, but it was symbolic, you know?
Yeah.
Leave it somewhere where she might find it if she actually looks, but I knew she wasn't gonna look, so why would she?
Do you have
But
guilt about everything?
I suppose.
About the way things played out? Or...
There's a lot of things in my life that I have guilt for, and this doesn't feel the same. I feel very sorry that my actions made her feel unsafe. And that's a weird way to apologize, because
You haven't really explained what actions made her feel unsafe in the first place.
I don't really know. The text when I was having my mental breakdown, like, I found a spot that I think was important to her, but I didn't know it was important to her at the time. I was just trying to find somewhere to leave things. Actually, I was trying to find a place where I could just go and regroup, and then it turned out it was hers. So I left things. And that was after I felt bad because I went to the courthouse to look up her profile to see if she had a house. Because I was going to leave things at the house. And the only place I know that she stays is the fun house, and she told me early on not to go there, so I haven't been there. It's like one of the only places in town, or on the island, I guess, that felt like it was off limits. But now I don't go anywhere without thinking, I wonder if this is off limits too. You know? She's been here a lot longer than me. But I feel like it's kind of unfair if she lays claim to the whole island, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think she is. I think I just stumbled into a place that is maybe more important to her than she was comfortable with, you know? So, now keep an eye out for that, and if I see one again, I just won't tell her I stumbled into it, and I'll stay away, you know?
Yeah, it's a good plan of action.
But, I think it was... Well, I know it was that night when I was really going... When I was really out of control. I know it was that night that really sealed that fate, you know?
Yeah.
So, eventually, I'll meet enough people that I'll get distracted enough, and eventually maybe I'll stop thinking about her. But I can't explain why, but I feel like anytime I see her, I'm gonna feel like there's that kinship there that I know she won't feel, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
it's
the
something we can work
hallucinations,
on.
but also, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Something I can
Something
work
we can
on. But
work
now I
on
have
and-
creepy men on the phone with interesting voices and laughs and
Yeah, I don't like that.
mysteries, like, just kind of... And, like, okay, so I've been ultra aware of people watching. Like, this, here's the difference between what I put her through and what I'm being put through right now, is that she knew what I look like, you know, and she could keep an eye out for me specifically. But I've got faceless people after me right now. Now I can recognize clowns, usually. You know, I guess they could always wear a disguise, but from what I've seen of clowns, most of them don't, you know. They're pretty okay with looking like clowns, But other people are more unassuming, I guess. There's a guy today at the food court that when I approached the stall just kind of stood up and took a few steps forward, and I had nothing to do with him, you know. I wasn't ordering from him. And he just stepped forward and kind of watched me.
What stall?
Takasuya. That's where I usually go. It's right at the end. Signy works there, so... and Raul, so it's kind of comfortable.
Who are you ordering
comfortable. Ursula. Was some guy in all black, scar on his face. But I took my order and I left. But that's the kind of thing that I wouldn't have noticed like 2 weeks ago, you know. But now I'm very aware when someone changes their posture when I'm around, or seems to be watching me.
Do you think that person was watching you?
Well, they seem to be, but who knows, you know? Could have been watching someone over my shoulder. I don't know. Could have just been standing up to stretch his legs or get out of the way or whatever. You know? But it's the sort of things I notice. I've had to walk up to more than one local who's just been standing and staring at me to make sure that, you know, they weren't just someone watching me. But I mean, like I said, I'm fine with being watched so long as I know when I'm being watched and who's watching me. And
sadly, I don't know if you're going to get that.
no, I don't think I probably will, but I think the call stopping helps, because that was actually triggering a trauma. Like, not knowing who's watching me, that's just a paranoia thing. That's not something that's really happened to me before. But I do like the unsubtle approach more. I'd almost rather people were just calling me and threatening me, you know. I feel like I know what to do with that, which is, I guess, kind of hide, you know. I mean, that's... Well, what do you do when people are just watching you? They're not threatening you. They're not telling you what their intentions are, you know.
Do you think the person on the phone was trying to recruit you?
Not the first time, but today he
person who
was.
talked.
Yeah. Today he definitely was.
Did he imply...
He implied that I would fit in with whatever group he has. I don't know if it's just a friend group, or it's employment, or what, but he had to look into some things first, because apparently things had changed between when he called me the first time and when he called me today. And I don't know. That's kind of why I asked him if he got in trouble. Because I don't know what's actually changed, unless Tessa did put her foot down about something. You know? But I feel like she wasn't going to put her foot down about whether or not people are watching me, just kind of maybe the way they're watching me. But also, like, maybe something else changed. Did he have a falling out with someone? He did tell me, because I mentioned, without mentioning her name, what I thought he was calling about the first time. And he said, yeah, that was then. I think you ought to nip that in the bud. And, it definitely felt more like a warning and less like a threat. So at this point in time, I feel less threatened by that voice from the unknown number than I do by the silence from the unknown numbers. But I also kind of feel more fear for the voice. You know what that's like? There's no threat behind the words, but there's some sort of danger there. I'm sorry, what did you ask?
I said, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Alright, you've given me a few things to think about.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling me up today.
Yeah. I will say I talked more than I thought I would.
No, it was good. Thank you.
Yeah. And, you know, look over the scavenger items.
Yeah, I will. Things got crazy yesterday, but I had some time to breathe now.
Yeah. Probably an easier time breathing too, it seems.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm happy for you there.
Thank you.
Sorry I was a little creepy on the phone last night. I did
No.
I did split a little, like right before bed. I took my pill and then...
Yeah. It's understandable. Don't worry about it.
Part of me is really, really bitter about being called a stalker.
We can't control the labels other people put on us. Sometimes they're not entirely accurate.
It's a perception thing.
Yeah. Sucks, but something you gotta deal with.
Yeah.
Can't control other people's perception of you.
I mean, I put that label on myself there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it felt like stalker behavior, and it probably was. It just wasn't stalker behavior with a lot of follow through, you know? Anyway, do you like my pride fit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could go even gayer.
I'm sure I could, but I'm from Iowa, so...
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, these bracelets are a little much for me, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then it's not even rainbow.
Well, it's kind of... I got the bisexual shirt on, and then I got the green pants and the yellow shoe. I got a rainbow.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
not
actually
exactly...
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
actually that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe put a shirt on?
No. Then, if I put a shirt on, how am I supposed to be a thirst trap for all the men's?
Are you a thirst trap?
Just for the men's, not necessarily for you. You got a wife.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good night.
You too, Dad.